and Cardoso for the jump ball, the former together. And they will have the assignment of guarding one another. Here's Vandersloot. Cardoso, Vandersloot now with 12 on the shot clock. Stevens. Dana Lassini will get the assignment of Cloud on her defensively. The pull-up jumper doesn't go. Williams, 4 seconds, lets it fly. Cardoso.
Their first shot of the game was a mid-range pull-up. You don't see that often.
Cloud got behind the defense.
They believe they have a speed or pace advantage, so they'll have to utilize that off of stock.
The smaller Vandersloot on her. Goes baseline into her pull-up. Cloud with Vandersloot, probing, pull-up. That's a window bang.
From there, she decides to pull up and knock it off the glass, but right now it's
Williams from me here. 3, nice soft touch.
Doesn't need much time either. I mean, it's a small.
Vandersloot drops it to Cardoso, collects, goes off the window. Thornton, Golden State starting 1 of 4 here. The tempo and the wings on USA. We welcome you here to Golden State action, and Chicago trails by 3 as Vandersloot gets right to the hoop for the lay-in.
If you see Golden State, they got 3 points. So both teams finding some success in where they want to play.
Wing, Tarika Foster-Brasby, Amy Audibert, Megan McPeak with you here at Valhalla for Chicago. Over to Cloud. Lines it up. That one's off the mark. So down there. Ami here running the floor. Nice find from Williams.
To rim, trying to out-motion from the Valkyries.
Vandersloot pull up, elbow jumper. Dejanay Karen, next opportunity. 10 on the shot clock now for the Valkyries. Burton off the cross, lays it up to Vandersloot, directing traffic, finds an opening. That one doesn't go, looking for the whistle. And Cardoso takes the shot during where it was. Williams still playing, trying to get into the post. Here's Ami here. Thornton off the handoff, 2-stop. Golden State just 2 of 9 to start this ball game. Sheldon, pull-up jumper, back falls.
To it at will, and they're hitting a lot of tough, like a lot of pull-up jumpers. Those are the tough yield of the sky.
Don't analytics say the mid-range game isn't effective?
Well, don't tell.
The free throw line.
Well, that's who Gabby is, right? When you need a bucket, you need to take a deep breath and kind of recalibrate, give the ball to Miss Williams.
Lead on the floor brought to you by AT&T. Williams misses the team. Will check into the ball game here for Chicago. And since May 25th, Ashton Prechtel, because of the injury, Amy.
Feeling that they were going to use a bigger body, and she's going to, like, she has one job. I mean, to try.
Favorite here also into the ball game for Golden State. Snatch back. Tulabale gets it back to her. Here's Carrington. Lost to Seattle. Turnaround fader doesn't go as Dana Lassini pushes. Attacking Carrington, pull up. Gets the home, soft bounce.
Again, Gabby with the ball in her hands, not surprised. Bleeding shots they want, so it's a good look.
Carrington was slow to get into the action. Little pace here. Dana Lassini had the pocket picked.
Because they're coaches' identities.
And a very quick time has made an identity here in Golden State. Block from Dana Lassini. Kick out, Cloud, extra touch to Sheldon. The triple hits.
Scrambling, like they're forcing a late.
Up top, Dana Lassini, the triple. She connects.
Went 5 for 5 in LA a couple nights ago. Touch the paint, they reverse the ball, they find the shot that they want.
A miscommunication there. Dana Lassini to Charles in transition.
This is Chicago with the greats up top, and where there's a closeout, the shot was better. And then again, you from Xander Lassini into the center court right there, and so it's
Go in the opening quarter. Cloud off the screen, knocks it down. That was smooth.
Range.
They are 7 of 4. Cloud with the rebound. Elizabeth working with Cloud. Nice cut from Koulibaly. Lasini trying to get Carrington to get a whistle on her. She was clean on that first sweep through, but
both hands up right after. Right?
No.
Like she's swinging hard and coming back up. Lovely chat with her. She's going to be so important in this final stretch here for Chicago. And Cardoso, this would be a big win here.
Tiffany Hayes into the ball game and makes her ball game. Carrington attacking, blocked from Lasini in this one.
At 6'2", she's got a bit of a height advantage. You see how she's not straight line there? She's drifting out, and then the underhand, you're presenting the ball.
Hayes with the steal. Lays it up and out.
And now the crowd's rolling. This is a big possession for Chicago to get something out of it.
Carrington works off Williams. Over to Koulibaly. The mark. Krechtel trying to save it, able to get it to Hayes. Hayes pushing. They have an advantage. Clock works off Krechtel. Cross court to Hayes. Pushing. Over to Banham. Quick trigger. And Banham. It's
Banham. Do you see how quick she gets 2 feet down? That was a quick shot right there.
Does not corner. Halfway down and out. Charles, the layup as Banham will now push up the floor. Koulibaly. Whistle as Koulibaly needs a moment.
But absolutely the correct call. An unfortunate, awkward landing for Koulibaly. I mean, I agree with the call. Light little lean.
Just enough.
Yeah, just enough.
I mean, just enough in the sense.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, her hands were up, but her body leaned a little bit.
Just like that?
Rachel was walking around shoot rail with a $100 bill on her forehead today. I think she won the half-court shot. Are you trying on? I'll wear it.
6 on the clock here for Chen. Goes Charles, offensive rebound, has it stripped by Banham. In the first
state, and listen, I mean, they're the #1 paint defense team. They give up less than 33 points a night.
Well, quite frankly, they're the #1 defense in the WNBA. As Tiffany
this morning, he said, we're actually pretty good at and playing hard, but now we've got to figure out ways to keep swinging so we're not. How do you stabilize?
Here's Stevens. Nice find from Vandersloot, able to get that off.
You do wonder a little bit if the absence. First game they've played without her all season. There certainly is an adjustment to not having your start.
Burton off the pump fake. The 3 rattles home. That was a needed bucket. Game is.
You want the delay game, but here's the thing. Golden State wants to get back and set up their defense. You don't want it in Chicago, that's for sure. Look at the pressure. This is why. Look at this goal.
8 on the shot clock here. Vandersloot with it. 6 now. Here's Steven. And Steven lost the handles. Vandersloot has to let it fly. And a shot clock violation.
That's what you get right there. Look at Kia Stokes, who's having an excellent season for the Valkyries. Defensively, I mean, she's such a big, great rim protector and presence.
Her as well, too. A late scratch with knee soreness. Charles connects again. No run. Banham, the deep 3. Hits it.
Not easy to do in this building, especially when you look at the last couple sequences. It's all Golden State.
That time, Banham and Burton were fighting for the loose ball rebound. It'll be Sky ball game.
Look at the range and how quickly for the catch. And so the distance, you're not even thinking. You're sizing it up. Banham moves in some big moments, and her team needs her right now.
And don't get it twisted, just with ease.
Quickly.
Jaquez, nice finish as she gets. Williams, the handoff, 10 on the shot clock. Charles attacking, a little show and go, comes back. And Gabby Williams will get whistled.
Coming off that excellent national championship performance finish right there. And that's why when you look at her draft, she went high, number 5 went downhill, tough finish.
Inside to Cardoso, able to use, is one of the strongest players in the W.
And as a big, uncomfortable.
Williams off the low cross, gets the lay. 33-29 lead here for her second foul of the ball game. Here's Hawkins by Hayes with Sheldon and Cloud to beat. Hayes sidesteps. He might have turned that right ankle as she stretches it out a bit.
Take a look at what happened. Definitely an awkward foul. And comes off a big steal defensively. Oh, there it is right there. Twist that never feels good, but it comes off a big steal. Hawkins, quick collapse from Hayes, another veteran in this league in her 14th season.
Take a look at our upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. The Sparks, Vegas hosts and then Friday on Ion, you've got the Fever and Dallas, Seattle and Portland. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or the WNBA app. 3 free throws yet for Chicago. Cloud plays through the contact, just couldn't get the finish. Tipped out as Hayes pushes. 3-point lead here for Chicago. On the shot clock now. 6 seconds. Hayes in the corner, left it short, but a whistle.
Connected this team in terms of their roles and their unselfish style.
It's crazy, yeah, and she gets 3.
And they look nice.
No signs of slowing down as they look to spoil Golden State's sophomore success story, USA. And Golden State currently on a 6-0 run as Prechtel able to drop the steal. Hayes able to give Golden State the lead.
Side anticipation to shoot that gap. One step ahead.
Ball game here for Golden State. Clock now for Chicago. Here's that defense again you talked about, Amy, but they go quick and...
We'll watch Tiffany Hale's lane and then the quick finish. You said it, Megan, first lead of the game, and it comes in that and a little bit of a reaction too.
Carrington off the sweep, step back to the middle, nice finish from Carrington.
She is now comfortable initiating the contact to her advantage.
Burton, nice find from Prechtel. Thornton lets it fly, doesn't go as Carrington collects. About that left foot sprain that she suffered, which she needed surgery. Here she is on the finest.
Well, watch this tough drive, and Hayes is so quick as a defender, but did you see enough of a gap to come back the other way? And that's, especially with a foot stuff, that action, toughness, because you're coming down hard, the contact, it's not easy to call swing. Good luck.
And she said she was a left foot jumper, and it was as Sheldon got her hand caught in the cookie jar, Gabby Williams gonna head to the line.
So cool and calm as Gabby Williams. I mean, the foul doesn't distract her. It just rises up, hangs.
Coming up on 4 minutes to go here in the opening half. Zandalicini, but Zandalicini using the length to get the deflection. Ollie and Zandalicini.
Megan, in the second quarter, you're seeing on first quarter wide open layups where Chicago getting. They've certainly probably in one of the timeouts to snap back into their defensive principles because that ball is not moving around.
Golden State wins the jump ball. Williams attacking Koulibaly. The Sky had 12 points in the paint in that first quarter. And they've total right now. Rachel Banham. WNBA League Pass gives you from across the league all season long. Scan the QR code on your screen. On the WNBA. And if you haven't already, well, that
help you with that. Look at Golden State. They're going a little small here. Painting a big defensive push right now from the Valkyries.
Ada with the steal. Chicago hasn't gone to the line yet. Williams, can she get back to it? Tough pass. What a great defensive play by Charles.
Yeah, 2 consecutive great defense. The offense to the position. Look at the feet, holding strong and then just tracking, just outwork you when they're on defense and see it for 40 minutes.
Ball. Here's Cloud. And these will be the first free throws for the Chicago Sky. And it's not until...
That's the great attack point right there. Tougher to help, tougher to clog the paint when you're coming straight down. You're not on a ball side. So if you're a perimeter defender, you can't just leave Tasha Cloud.
Fridays, don't miss You in a Pigeon, based on the best-selling book series. The show follows, as she uncovers deadly mysteries hidden within Glacier National Park. Catch it right here on USA. It was really good.
Crime and wildlife.
It was good. You would like it. You would very much like it. Hooked me.
Okay.
We'll talk about it on Friday. Is going to send her to the free throw line. That was very poised. Also want to. You have to a full 24 seconds.
And the brand that this team has put together, right? The three-point shoots, that's on the defensive side of the ball. And that's why I don't know how you discredit a team that defends the way that Golden State does.
The best championship teams lead with defense. Here it is again. Dana Lassini gets it back to her in the corner. Williams with 10 to work with. Attacking Banner. Hangs. Lines it up. Doesn't go. Stevens, the rebound. Lead here for Golden State. 8 on the shot clock. Got around Xana Lassini, who's looking for the
Chicago. Stevens with a huge size advantage. Give her the ball and get out of her way.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the opening. Xana Lassini doesn't go. I don't think Xana Lassini expected to be as open as she did when she turned that. Dejanay Carrington will head to the free throw line.
A little bit of a hook right there, but when you do that stuff every day, right? And Xana Lassini, Stevens went down and rebounded while she was guarding Gabby Williams. And going back to Dejanay, you know she feels comfortable when she just came off the screen, had a really nice rhythm and get into traffic.
That's the third on Gabby. But splits the pair. First half. 10 on the shot clock now. Charles. Transition. Too strong. Hayes is into the front row. Hayes slow to get up. Burton attacking. Burton, I don't know how she got that. Carrington using the length, comes up with a deflection and steal. And then the foul by Banham. And Dejanay Carrington will have a conversation with Charles Watson.
Looks like across the arms. And unfortunately, we get video replay, so from that, the ball, but I didn't see the inside arm. Here we go, thank you. I mean, her tough one. Nonetheless, a live ball turnover. Look, in Chicago with the transition take foul because you just want it to.
With a 3-point lead in this first half.
I'm not surprised though, games, and so you look at a 12-win team in August, you go, oh, you'd think this would be a win. It's
Dogs on that bench.
Well, and they're missing some big ones, and that's where the unfortunate part for Chicago's control is those injuries.
Burton with 8 on the shot clock. Handoff to Hayes, thought about it, 2 seconds. Hayes steps through, lets it go. Cloud checks it, 1 second. Cool volley is late.
Tremendous, and so.
And as we get set for the third quarter, Tarika, you had a chance to catch up with Tyler Marsh.
But just wants to see this team be a bit more aggressive at the rim. He recognizes that they are still down, that they'll be able to get a few more calls to go their way this half. More importantly, he said we need to.
Well, you know what, Tarika, I don't know if you just realized it. As you say that, they immediately first.
Yeah, I mean, it was as she was speaking. It was poetry in motion.
Gabby Williams.
Also, poetry in motion.
Isn't it great when everything comes together for you? Bodies on the floor, a jump ball is called. When she was trying to get some paint sealing.
Well, you expect both from them, right? Like either team relenting, willing to give up the rock, have a smile on man. That Cardoso is able to establish. She is like her head's under the rim. Huge teammates. Practice, a lot of practice together over at South Carolina. Leticia, that size.
No. And if Dawn Staley's watching, she's... Here is Ami here. Inside. Gets the pump fake on her former teammate. Just couldn't get the finish on that one. Cloud off the screen from Stevens. Goes back to Ami here. Controls the glass. Zayna Lassini. Step back three. Inside to Cardoso. Williams able to be here. Kick out. Burton, the triple. Connects.
Turnover through smart defense. Gabby Williams not allowing herself to get pinned. Jumps.
5-0 run right now for Golden State. And the hand-to-hand combat between Ami here.
A lot about Gabby's offense and the trend this season, but defensively, she's still her too. Into the paint. Courtney Vandersloot leaves the shooter ball side because in transition.
Deflected on the entry pass by Golden State. Zandalis attacking. Got Cardoso in the air. High off the window.
You are going to have to battle.
Sheldon in the corner. Doesn't go. Cardoso was fighting for that offensive rebound. The Valkyries. And listen, at 12-21, as this morning, they are confident that they can still make a run for the playoffs right now.
Oh, you have to, right?
Burton off the miss. Throws it out of bounds.
Well, if you're going to pull off big wins on the road like this, you have to cap a possession like this, out of bounds, a quick hitter. What do you want to get to?
Zayna Lassini with the rebound.
But that's that easy hit we saw early.
For Chicago, it'll still remain with Golden State. 8-point lead right now, just under 7 to play in this third quarter. Williams, the effort trying to keep that alive. I know it goes the other way, but when your assignment is
So much of it is positioning against her. You have to beat her with her feet because she's so good at owning her space.
Got it on the pocket pass from Cloud, high off the window, snaps a 7-0 Golden State.
Quick little two-player action.
Had to spin, Sheldon able to pick the pocket. We'll head to the free throw line. So to Tarika's point, but I'll let you go here for the pick and pop.
Yeah, see balance on this team, but she said it was intentional. She said, I learned from my mistakes because she said, it's a long season. I had to ask them to play so hard that they built this program with character every single night, and that's why you see this building packed, because they do what they're not going to win every game, but they
5-point lead here for the... It's backing down on Sheldon. Goes into the body to create space. Count the bucket.
looking for that look all night. She's looking to get over top of smaller defense in terms of what she's capable of, but that time gets to her spot. I think she's a threat. When she gets going, she can just blow the roof off her building. She really looked to attack mid-range tonight. She's looking to get to spots where her advantages are.
Third on J.C. Sheldon. Gabriella Jaquez checks into the ballgame for Chicago. A touch inside to Cardoso, as Tarika mentioned, talking to Tyler March. They are clearly making an offense. 5 on the shot clock. Tiffany Hayes is grabbing at her left knee with the...
Also set a monster screen, and when you set a screen that much contact, you're usually wide open.
Cardoso, as they trail by 6. Zayna Lassini. 6 on the shot clock now for Burton. Burton still doesn't get the bounce on that. Cloud with the rebound. Cloud got it to Koulibaly in the corner, who knocks down.
Try to get doubled down on Cardoso, and so they're leaving Koulibaly wide open.
Helps with confidence. As Hayes confidently volley, to your point. Here's Cardoso. Golden State wanted to travel.
To your point, I mean, Koulibaly, not even on the board really as a three-point and make the shot at this point in a game. Like, you have to draw the defense out, which take coverage, and that helps with that right there.
Third on Zandalicini, 0 of 3 from Koulibaly. As we take a look at the upcoming WNBA National with LA, New York, Washington, Vegas, and then Ion on CBS on Saturday has Minnesota, Las Vegas. For more on these games, please go to 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Brasby, Megan McPeak, Amy Audibert with you. Hayes again in the mid-range. 5-point lead, Cardoso to Koulibaly. Chicago will get the foul.
Hayes, oh my gosh, let me show you all the experience. That's the read, right? Defense can't recover, but then how about the off-ball cut there from Koulibaly? Ball from Brechtel, but contact, and so Chicago is quickly. They are one of the top assist teams. Kyler Marsh told us earlier, B-plus passes and half-court offense is where they usually find success. So take the good shots, the open shots.
It to a 4-point deficit. And a whistle and a foul end up on their backsides.
I mean, you're seeing that is a tough matchup between these two players because to me they're very similar in size. They're quick, hustle and effort, and the official saying that it was Carrington's body. It's gotta be something, I think. I know she does. Maybe Tiffany doesn't. Maybe think it was a foul either. I don't know.
Hayes doesn't get that, gets her own. A second chance off for a 6-point lead in the third. Nice find to Koulibaly, lays it up and in. He quiets the crowd here at Valhalla. Chen. Cross court, Hayes. After the reset, Hayes has 7 to work with on the shots. Attacking, acrobatic, finish, and foul! Tiffany Hayes at the line.
You look at the scouting report, what's up there? She draws charges. Like, she's goal for this team, completes the three-point play after 1 free throw.
Yes, and tipped up 1 finger. So I think she did realize it after the fact. So, Gabby Williams, the rebound. 19 points in this ball game. Charles gets the nice little drop. Deflected out of bounds by Ami here.
Cutting without the ball in your hands. So important. This is why. How about Charles with an excellent, just finding space.
Carrington working off the screen, attacking. Too strong. Hayes the rebound. Foul. She's had a fresh going in her favor on the offensive end.
Yeah, I mean, she's 1 for 6 from the field. She was 7 for 10. There's definitely going to be a reaction to the official. Kind of. Let's not forget, she got to the free throw line 10 times a couple nights ago in Seattle. Tonight, she's only been there for 2 shots.
Numbers. We mentioned the frustrating night tonight, and after being assessed that technical and her frustrations, and then they parted ways and walked away from each other.
Yeah, we saw on Monday night, you know.
And listen, she, with her defense, so she prides herself on it. There's Caitlin Chen, the 8-0 run for Golden State. With the steal, has Carrington to beat, lays it up and in.
Williams steal to score. Multiple efforts.
And those multiple efforts have allowed Golden State to shoot alone. Here's Banham for 3. Rebound. Banham, left open, connects.
One doesn't touch net. He's just so fun to watch because, like, that green light.
10 on the shot clock now for Golden State. Here's Ami here. Hayes, who's been 2 seconds. Chen connects. 1 second. As the third quarter. Balloon if you're Tyler Marsh.
No, you have to believe they found a lot of success.
Here's Cloud. Hayes with the rebound and the push. Hayes being chased off some screens by Cloud, now switched on Poole. And a turnover there. One of the few miscues by Golden State. Chen with the rebound. Cloud. Cardoso had a great seal and a tough pass is taken away by...
And Chicago just not capitalizing off of misses and turnovers on the other end.
The ball back in your possession, but you've got to capitalize when you trail by 14 line to try to add to this.
And that's guards that are so explosive, and while they're not isolation players, they can get into the paint. And Hayes tonight has been at will, getting to her spots at will.
8 of 11 in 16 minutes. And you want great entertainment without the half.
I will say, respect for the players is something, right, especially right now, that is from everybody around the league, as it should be.
Hayes. Here's Banham. Floater in the paint doesn't go. Cardoso off of it, and that's the important part. Prechtel and Carrington trip up. Here's Charles. Now Williams. Jumper doesn't go. Banham the rebound. Sheldon. But she keeps it inbounds, excuse me. Kyla Charles lays it up in air. Run right now for Golden State.
Live ball turnovers. Capitalize on anything here to start the fourth quarter. Big trouble.
Inside. A whistle going to be called on Prechtel. And Camille.
Now there's the extra effort right there. Can't let that flow out of bounds. That's a couple points. To me, those are the plays too that galvanize the team. Everyone's feeling bad for the other side, right?
No.
Like, this is Golden State team has been. They're not where they want to be. They want to keep building, and so out of bounds could have been going the other way. No, not good enough. They have had their eyes.
League's best bench in the WNBA continues. Since tonight, 22 of them have come from the 14-year veteran in Tiffany Hayes. Zana Lassini lost the handoff. Can Chicago side to Cardoso and do, as she had a great seal and finish.
And for her off the court and mental health and all that, but on the court, oh my gosh. And so they were so excited for Shamikwa and her opportunity to get inducted.
Called for her fourth. Oh, her, Elena Deladon, and Candace Haitian, along with the 96 U.S. women's basketball team. And inductees, as Cardoso misses, and the loose ball is still lots of basketball here for Chicago, but they've got to get stops. And Zana Lassini ran off the three-point line. Pull-up jumper is good. Cloud quickly back the other way. Count the bucket.
Well, that's the first quick response from this guy, but getting stops on the other end, crucial. She's looking for that mid-range jumper, and that's a nice connection for her. And it was an easy, soft touch foul, and Cloud didn't seem to...
Chet now with it, comes back to Burton. Has Cardoso on her. Burton, step back. Oh my!
Kind of knew that was coming.
Can't answer. And a loose ball will go out of bounds. They call that a... Here's Zana Lassini attacking Cloud. Rebound, Cloud pushing. Get away. Burton up the floor to Charles. Able to collect.
25 points off the turnovers. Golden State's up to. A bad shooting night when they get the shots off.
It'll be side out of bounds. So rises from 3. Off the mark, Cardoso offensive rebound and finish. Still goes back to her on the roll. And deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Golden State.
You know, what an excellent opportunity for Prechtel. Sometimes it could be 60 minutes before the game before you get activated, right? And so they were going to look for a big body. For her to have the opportunity, because you just don't know. For her, I love the way the Valkyries have used her tonight, given her this opportunity, but she got when you're out there because you never know. And I think she's been really, like...
4th on Sheldon. Here's Xana Lacini. Got the bucket at the line for Cecilia Xana Lacini.
Is it in the air right here? It's just a little contact, but my point is that we've seen her so many times tonight just kind of hold and hang. Nice size. She's not a tiny little guard hanging, so definitely a great skill set.
Quick inside touch. Cardoso doesn't go. And Camila Cardoso is trying to impose lead.
Well, you said it earlier, Megan, talking to her today. It's your job. It's professional. Competing on the glass, absolutely one of them.
5th on Prechtel.
Chicago, who averages close to 90 points a game, sitting at ridiculous. They give up an average of 77 points a night. The pace stat, and it really surprised me, the pace of the Valkyries is actually ranked 15th in the league. Grind you out on defense. Like, they chew up time because of how hard they work defense. I don't think she believed us, because she was like, we don't play slow. No. Like, it's, you play a game because of the clock. And also offensively, yes, they can play fast, but they also possessions in the game. Look at that. Last in pace, but one of the best teams in the league. You know, they're fast. They're smaller. You'd expect them to play fast.
Points now in this ball game. 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Xana Lacini back to the mid-range. Prechtel trying to keep it alive. Here's Xana. Also good defense by Prechtel. Chen attacking. Too strong on the window to wave it off and call it on Cardoso.
They basically just spaced out, gave Caitlin Chen the out from Prechtel that the bench is up, they're clapping and they're excited. And I know you talked about the bench now averaging just over 35. They're averaging 35.7 points a game. And so it really is a special thing that depth is doing.
Cardoso gets it, the loose ball. And they'll get a shot clock violation for Golden State. What hasn't been a miscue is their defense, as you mentioned it, feels right now.
And let's not forget the first quarter, where defensively, so a lot of that, I mean, second quarter down, they got after it.
Carrington. Charles. Nice find from Charles to Xana Lacini. Gets to Burton. That's on. They're going to wave it off.
And time was super special. But that second unit is so important when you want to make diva money.
Nadia Fingal and Yuste Yotite getting some action as they lead at 87-68. As Charles comes in this 4th quarter. Side, Fingal goes to Charles. Nice find and finish. Sheldon. Extra one to Carrington. That's short.
They're almost at 90 points. That's the other thing. I know from Chicago, another game on this road trip. But Golden State's been able to, so let's not forget about hitting shots. They recovered. It started with their defense.
Carrington is going to get called for it as this road Seattle once again. They'll see them. And Golden State, this is the first. And they'll host the Wings on Monday.
And easy, but it's favorable when you're at home and you have some time off, especially because You got the FIBA window there the first couple weeks of September, and when you look at how tight the standings are, will be in Germany competing for their countries.
Here's Carrington. It will stay with Chicago, though. And you can see offensively game the other night, and the Valkyries, they want to get a win against Class A Fields. They haven't proven themselves yet.
Yeah, it certainly is a measuring stick, but I will say one tonight, they're going to be 8-1 at home against teams that are under 500, right? Like that's taking 2 against under 500 teams on the season. So that's always to me a sign of a good team. Chicago didn't come in and compete hard, or
Correct.
some of those under 500 teams are not competing to win those games.
And Valhalla will continue to be one of the toughest players to 14-4 at home. Will continue this road trip as they continue, as Sheldon knocks.
Going to be a free agency, a destination, because it's beautiful, like so special. The second season of their franchise, and this is who you are. Come on.
Golden State will take the shot clock violation here, as the former assistant coaches and friends share a moment. And this